You spent 3 hours perfecting your resume. You tailored every bullet point. You hit submit. And nothing. No interview. No rejection email. Just silence. Here's the thing nobody tells you. A human probably never saw it. An algorithm decided you weren't worth interviewing. In about 6 seconds? I'm gonna show you exactly how to beat those bots, not with tricks, with strategy. Let's get into it. By 2026, 70% of businesses are using AI to hire workers. That's not a prediction. That's right now. We're living in it. And 82% of those companies, they're using AI specifically to filter resumes, to decide who gets through and who gets ghosted. The question isn't whether AI is reading your resume. It is. The question is, do you know how to speak its language? Let's talk about what's actually happening when you click that submit button. Because it's not what most people think. Your resume doesn't land in a recruiter's inbox. It lands in an AI screening system, sometimes called an ATS, an applicant tracking system. But in 2026, these aren't just trackers. They're intelligent matching engines. They parse your resume, extract your information, and score you on a scale of 1 to 5 based on how well you match the job description. Score 4 or 5? You move forward. Score 3 or below? You're filtered out. No human review. No appeal. Just gone. These AI tools are trained on massive datasets. One major system, Eightfold, is trained on 1.5 billion career profiles. That's the scale we're dealing with. According to HackerEarth, these systems do 4 main things: resume parsing, candidate ranking, skill matching, and keyword identification. Every single one of those can be optimized. Think about it from the company's perspective. A single job posting might get 500 applications. 1,000. HR can't read all of them, and honestly, they don't want to. Here's why companies love these tools. 75% of HR teams report a clear drop in screening time after implementing AI systems. It's not just faster, it's way faster. Peoplebox found that companies see a 30% drop in cost per hire and 25% faster time to fill after adding AI screening. The incentives are obvious. So here's the brutal truth. These systems aren't going away. They're getting smarter, more sophisticated, more widely adopted. Fighting them isn't the answer. Understanding them is. Let me break down exactly what these systems look for and how to give it to them. First rule: keywords aren't just important, they're everything. These systems match your resume against the job description literally, word for word. Here's exactly what to do. Pull up the job description, highlight every skill, every tool, every qualification mentioned. Then mirror those exact words in your resume. Not synonyms, exact matches. If the job says project management, don't write managed projects. Write project management. The AI isn't smart enough to know they're the same thing, at least not reliably. Second rule: format matters more than you think. Fancy designs, graphics, creative layouts, they look great to humans. They break AI parsers completely. Stick to standard section headings. Experience, education, skills. Use a single column layout. No tables. No text boxes. No headers or footers. Plain text wins. Most AI systems use natural language processing to extract your data. Tables and graphics confuse these parsers. Your perfectly designed resume turns into scrambled data, and that taints your score. Third rule: use skills section as prime real estate. Don't just say proficient in Excel. That's vague. That's what everyone writes. That's what gets filtered. Be specific and searchable. Write Excel, VLOOKUP, pivot tables, Power Query. Each term becomes a matching point. More specific terms means more matches. More matches means higher score. Now here's where it gets interesting, and where most career advice completely misses the mark. Everyone tells you to optimize for the algorithm. And yes, you should. But the smartest job seekers? They play both games simultaneously. The algorithm is the front door, and sometimes the front door is locked. But there's always a back door, and it leads straight to the hiring manager. Here's the backdoor strategy. Find a hiring manager on LinkedIn. Send a brief, direct message. Not a generic connection request, a specific note that references the role and adds value. Something like, "I saw you're hiring for the marketing analyst role. I reduced customer acquisition costs by 40% at my current company. Would love to share how." That's it. Direct. Value forward. Why does this work? Because when a hiring manager tells a recruiter, hey, I want to interview this person, the AI screening becomes irrelevant. They're already flagged as a priority. According to Hacker Earth, 64% of companies also use AI to review candidate assessments. So even after you get past the resume screen, there may be more algorithms ahead. Same principles apply. When you do assessments, read the questions carefully. Use industry standard terminology in your written responses. The AI is pattern matching your answers against expected keywords. Now let me give you a few more tactical moves. These are small things that most people overlook, but they add up. Apply early. Many AI systems use application date as a tiebreaker when candidates have similar scores. First in line gets priority. Waiting costs you ranking. Save your resume as a doc file, not a PDF. Some older ATS systems still struggle with PDF parsing. The doc format is more universally readable. When in doubt, go compatible. Here's another thing. Job titles matter. If the posting says Content Marketing Manager and your current title is Brand Storytelling Lead, you got a matching problem. If your company gives you a creative title, consider adding the industry standard equivalent in parentheses. Brand Storytelling Lead, Content Marketing Manager. Now the AI sees the match. Now, I want to talk about something uncomfortable for a second, because there's a real debate happening about these systems. Critics argue AI screening perpetuates bias. It screens out qualified candidates based on format instead of capability, based on keywords instead of potential, and sometimes based on patterns that reflect historical discrimination. Some companies have actually started pulling back on heavy AI reliance after realizing they were missing strong candidates. The pendulum might swing back eventually. But here's the thing, that's not happening fast enough to help you get hired today. You work with the system that exists, not the one you wish existed. Optimize your resume for the algorithm and pursue human connections simultaneously. The candidates who win are the ones playing every angle. Let me give you one more piece of advice that sounds counterintuitive, but works. Sometimes the best strategy is to apply to fewer jobs better. Spray and pray applications with generic resumes get filtered. 5 highly customized applications with keyword-matched resumes beat 50 generic submissions every time. Quality compounds. If you're finding this useful, by the way, a quick subscribe helps more people find this kind of practical advice. We drop new episodes weekly with real strategies, not motivation, action. Let me recap the core strategies here, because this is the stuff you can actually do today, not next quarter today. 1. Mirror exact keywords from the job description, not similar words. Exact matches. Pull them directly and weave them into your experience descriptions. 2. Use simple formatting. Standard headings, single columns, no graphics. Save as .doc when possible. Don't let pretty design tank your parsing score. 3. Stack your skills section with specific, searchable terms, not proficient in software. Name the actual tools, features, methodologies. Each one is a potential match point. 4. Apply early. Timing matters. First-in-line candidates often get priority when scores are close. Set job alerts and move fast when the right roles post. 5. Work the back door. Find hiring managers on LinkedIn. Send direct, value-first messages. A warm introduction bypasses the algorithm completely. One last thing, and this is important. This system creates a real problem for people who have non-traditional backgrounds. Career changers. Self-taught professionals. People with gaps. If that's you, the backdoor strategy isn't just helpful, it's essential. AI systems are bad at recognizing transferable skills. Humans are much better at seeing potential. When you reach out directly, you can tell your story. You can explain why your background makes you uniquely qualified. The algorithm doesn't give you that chance. So here's where we land. AI resume screening isn't going anywhere, it's growing. But it's also gameable, if you know the rules. 82% of companies are using AI to filter resumes. That's not changing tomorrow. But how you respond to that reality, that's entirely in your control. Learn the language these systems speak. Feed them what they want to see, and simultaneously build the human relationships that bypass them entirely. That's your cheat code for the week. Play both games, win both games. I'll see you next time.